Owls versus the 7th-ranked team in the country, the Texas Longhorns. Hello, everyone. Bill Land, Gary Reasons. Oh, it's good to get back to football on a beautiful night for just that here in Austin, Texas. Texas with a week off. Rice went on the road last week, lost to Vanderbilt, then were delayed getting back to campus to Houston until Monday. It's been a hurry-up week for them, Gary. If they've got it together, though, watch out offensively with quarterback Chase Clement as well as his outstanding wideout Jarrett Dillard.
Well, football teams, they're creatures of habit, but for these two guys, they've got a unique chemistry. They've been together for 5 years. They've made play after play for the Rice Owls. They're the big play weapons for that football team.
And Texas is rolling as expected at 2-0. Earning that ranking still down the line against some tougher competition. But Colt McCoy, their quarterback, has been fabulous and improved.
Oh, he definitely has. And we've seen him earlier this season. He has definitely picked up his game in all facets, Bill. I think he's bigger, stronger, and faster, and we talked to him about that.
We're going to get hit a lot in the Big 12. It's a long season. We got a long stretch ahead of us. So I felt like it was important that I worked on my speed, worked on my strength, and durability mainly. So I have spent a lot of time, and I guess you can see a little bit.
Well, there's no doubt about that. He really likes this team, too, after a 2-0 start. Well, we like the weather, and everybody's happy about that. But it still had a dragging effect on both ball clubs. We send it down now to Emily Jones.
Well, guys, as we mentioned at the top, Texas basically was forced to move its bye week. So now, instead of taking next week off to gear up for Big 12 play, the Longhorns will have to make up that game against Arkansas. Obviously, Rice greatly affected by Hurricane Ike being located in Houston. As you mentioned, they return home late on Monday to find disastrous conditions, but the game must go on, and David Bailiff says his guys are the lucky ones. We'll explain that coming up a little bit later in the telecast, but we've got football when we return.
Here come the Longhorns, and welcome to College Football Saturday as at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. The 7th-ranked Longhorns at 2-0 after a week off last week and a victory over UTEP in their last outing, 42-13 in El Paso. They face the Rice Owls of Conference USA, who are 2-1 and 2-0 already in league play. They fell last weekend in Nashville to Vanderbilt, 38-21. David Bailiff in his second season as the Rice head coach. Short drive from Texas State where he took over, and they had a rocky going a year ago, devastated by injuries, and unfortunately, though they have a good start, Gary, they've had a bunch of injuries to their defensive side this season.
Yeah, a bunch of guys couldn't play defensively last week against Vanderbilt. Lost 6 starters on the defensive side of the ball. We'll have a couple of those back tonight.
You see how Mac Brown treats his Texas neighbors? As good a guy as he is.
He likes them, but
bring him on. 41-5 as Mac in his 11th year here at Texas with 105 victories, second only to Darrell Royal himself. Rice on the kickoff return will down it in the end zone, and it'll be 1st and 10 on the 20 as Jammer takes the kick. And the Rice Owls will take over with an offense that is averaging 39.7 points per game and led by Chase Clement, the senior out of Alamo Heights from San Antonio. And what a career he has had. 63 touchdown passes, 77 total touchdowns. He's an outstanding runner as well as a thrower.
And mind you, he came to Rice thinking he's going to run the option. It's changed over the last 2 to 3 seasons. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, he went through Ken Hatfield, the 1 year of Todd Graham. They went to a bowl game, then David Bailiff. But he fits what they're wanting to do, and he's got a great connection with his outstanding wideout Dillard. Bad snap, and he just falls on this one. A flag is thrown, though.
Yeah, we're probably going to have defensive offsides. I think one of the players from Texas got across that neutral zone, so that's going to be a positive play here, I think, for the Rice Owls.
Offside, defense, number 95, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Big break for Rice, backed up here, and that avoided Liberty neutral with our starting lineups here. Mitchell, Miller, Wilkinson, Birkin, and Parrish, the linemen up front for the Owls. And we mentioned Dillard. Casey, about to become 24 years old as a sophomore, played some minor league baseball. He is a do-it-all type, good receiver, runner, and can throw it some, too. Here is Clement. He'll keep it. Got the 1st down across the 30, the 40. And Clement scampers out of bounds near midfield. And Chase Clement shows you a little bit of what he's got at 6'1", the 210-pound senior.
No doubt about it. He's a dual-threat quarterback, able to take the ball outside, Looks like Rice here going to go no huddle, trying to get things going quickly, but just a rollout, and he sees an opening there, and he just turns the Jets on. Good blocking out there. Chance to get extra yardage, brings it up near midfield.
26 yards on the gain, and in Texas territory. And the toss outside to Randolph is complete. He is stopped at the 45-yard line, where Randolph is brought down by Ryan Palmer. And that brings us to the Texas defense. And again, brought to you by Liberty Mutual. Rockpo, Miller, Houston back after a one-game suspension. Henry Melton, the backers, Kendall, Bobineau, McElroy has been outstanding. And in the secondary, Palmer just made the play. Thomas, a youngster, along with Gideon, and Shockey Brown's a guy they said been playing very well in the first 2 games for.
Well, this defensive front needs to be able to put pressure on this quarterback. Rushing 4 or 5, you'll see Will Muschamp bring different personnel to try to affect this quarterback.
2nd and 6, and it is complete across the 40, and that will move the chains as well as he connects with James Casey, 6'4", 245, a sophomore from Hazel, Texas.
Well, you take a look at this quarterback, Chase Clement, and what he's done with Jared Dillon and the rest of the Rice football team, and he's been doing this deal now for 3 seasons with this program. The last couple of years under David Bailiff as the head coach and Todd Graham prior to that, so he knows how to run this spread offense, and he's been able to make a lot of big plays for this team, and when those guys are in sync, it can be a good night for the Rice Owls.
1st and 10 at the 37. Randolph wide to the top side. Dillard down to the bottom of your screen. Clement fakes on the handoff. Casey, the receiver. Texas swarms for the ball, and he is brought down at the 31-yard line. Shockey Brown leading the host of tacklers.
Well, if you're going to play good offense, I think the offensive line is a key for this football team. And you've got 3 seniors right there in the middle of the field, and you'll take a look at those guys in there. They're going to protect. A little misdirection there, trying to get the defense off kilter. But to take Austin Wilkinson at center, Jimmy Miller at the guard, and David Birkin, that's kind of the strength of this football team right up the middle.
Clement looks to the sidelines for the signal for the play. 2nd down and 4 for the Rice Owls opening possession. Handoff right up the middle. Picked up a couple down to the 29-yard line.
Well, I think they're actually down here in 2-down territory. Excuse me, 4-down territory. It brings up 3rd and short here, so I wouldn't be surprised. They could do pretty much anything they want to here. I don't see any reason why David Bailiff would not go for it here on 4th down if they didn't pick up this 1st on 3rd.
You see Ugaquay, the junior out of Plano East in the Dallas-Fort Worth area on the carry. McElroy made the tackle, and as Gary mentioned, 4-down territory. Well, we'll find out. It's 3rd and 2 at the 29 of Texas. Crowd roaring, and they'll expect another near 100,000 here tonight. Deflected at the line, and it will be a 4th down decision for Coach Bailiff.
Good job there by the defensive line for the Longhorns, getting your hands up. Chase Clement, now he's not a huge guy, Bill, 6', 6'1", maybe so as far as stature, but look here on the right side, the left side of the offensive line, and the defensive line just rushing in there. And was that Orakpo getting that ball knocked down?
I believe so, yep.
Brian Orakpo leads that defense. He's got a couple sacks on the season, and that's the only sacks that the Longhorns have had.
Yeah, he's had 3 tackles for loss this season, and his big mitt deflected that one. Going for it on 4th down.
90,000 getting loud here in Austin.
Delay of game, or did they call a timeout? It was so loud, they did get the timeout called, apparently. Rice got the timeout just in the nick of time.
Well, the new stadium here, the new configuration for the Longhorns, definitely brings the crowd into play.
Timeout. Rice. Timeout was requested before the expiration of the time clock.
Yeah, they've closed in the north end here, and capacity now 98,053 is what they had for their opener. They were roaring them. It's got the Owls flying high for the moment. This opening drive, 6 plays, 51 yards. Now, after the timeout, a 4th and 2 at the 29 of Texas. Folks still settling into their seats here at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, and the Owls trying to make an early statement. Clement. Puts Ugaquay in motion and now resets. Coming right at him and batted away as they came from in the corners, and Kendall is the one that knocked that down. Sergio Kendall batted it away, and Texas will take over.
Well, this is just something that the quarterback has to avoid. He's got a free blitzer up here to come up to the top of the screen and needs to get that ball down. There's actually two rushers there. One of them was Kendall at the top, and one underneath. There's Kendall, and is that Orakpo as well?
Yeah, Sergio Kendall leading that fired-up defense on the part of Will Muschamp. Muckelroy was there, I believe, as well.
Yeah, Rod Muckelroy came off the outside, and defensive stand there, but still a good drive to open up for Rice to move the ball pretty well against the Texas defense.
Texas gets it on the 29 with Colt McCoy calling the shots here. And hands it off on the first down. And McGee stretches to near the 37-yard line. Rondell McGee, the sophomore out of Tyler Longview. Andrew Sendejo, the leading tackler on Rice, makes the stop. Here's the status on McCoy. 58 touchdown passes and TD passes in 25 of 28 starts. Just sensational in the opener against Florida Atlantic. 22 of 25. And to be honest, the three that missed could have been and maybe should have been caught. And he's also an outstanding runner. The leading rusher, proving it here. Across the 40 and down to the 38-yard line of the Owls.
Bill, when we saw Colt McCoy in the opener, I was amazed at how well he ran the football. Not so much how well he threw it. You talked about his efficiency there, but I think he's stronger. I think he's more explosive. I think his speed has increased as a player, and it's evident here against his Rice defense. Get a crease and then be able to bring a tackler with him down the field. That's a nice gain and a good run for Colt McCoy.
24 yards on the pickup. He's averaged 6.5 yards a carry through the first two games to lead this team. Gives to McGee. Nothing doing there. The Rice front is up to the challenge. Ozugwu making the stop to lead the way. Let's take a look at our Liberty Mutual starting lineup here for Texas. Boss Hog is Uwakoski's title. We'll tell you about that. He's won that honor the first two games this season. There's quite a story behind it. And here are the skilled players, if you will. Johnson expected to go out of work tonight. Shipley and Irby have gotten off to a good start. Irby with 8 receptions so far from that tight end position. McCoy in trouble. Unloads and throws it away as he was nearly tugged down at midfield. Good pressure that time by the Owls. Chance Talbert, a junior out of Hurst, Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Yeah, and Michael Smith gets him as well. Number 99 breaks through. They're trying to get the screen out there, but good coverage by the Owls, and then the pressure gets there. That's a smart play by Colt McCoy to get rid of the football.
So for Texas, 3rd and 12 on this first possession at the 40 of the Rice Owls. No score. First quarter here in Austin. McCoy dumps it off this time. Cosby, 20. Cosby needs a block. That's the football. Out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Now they're going to say he stepped out and did not have the football, stepped out and then dropped the football. But this is just a drag right across inside front of the linebackers, and Colt McCoy finds Cosby, who's really his outlet pass on this play. Gets it down the far sideline in front of the Rice bench, and wow, he might have been inbounds when he fumbled that play. If that ball was to go down and hit the pylon, that's a touchback. I don't think that's going to be reviewed, though. Maybe. Yeah, they're getting a buzz there.
Yeah.
If he's in bounds and the ball is fumbled forward and it touches the pylon, it's a touchback.
It's under review.
And we mentioned early on the first snap about Rice getting a break because of a penalty. This would be a huge call if it's turned.
Is he stepping on the sideline? I don't think he does, and the ball hits the pylon. That is on the end line, so that's probably going to be called a touchback. Rice is probably going to get the football at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it appears here. Let's see when the ball is knocked out. Sendejo is there with grabbing the arm.
The ball's out already.
It's
gone already. He doesn't have it, and it bounces in the field of play, touches the pylon, which is essentially the goal line.
Right.
And that would make it a touchback. I think Rice may get this football.
Sendejo and Chris Jones were giving chase. Sendejo, number 30, causing it, and then Jones coming in to knock him out.
And that's good hustle by the Rice defense to get there, but unfortunate play there for Quan Cosby, who had a nice run after the catch.
35-yard play if it stands as we wait for the replay decision. Cosby, their leading receiver, with 11 grabs, 188 yards coming in. He had a touchdown last year against Rice, one of his 5 TDs through the year.
after video review, it indicates that the player was not out of bounds, fumbled into the end zone, 1st and 10 from the 20 for Rice.
You see the reaction of David Bailiff. He goes, that's what we need.
Well, good things have to happen when you come to a hostile environment, much as Rice comes in here to Austin. You need big plays. Those are opportunities for you. Mack Brown's not happy about the result, but it's an opportunity for David Bailiff and his football team.
What did David Bailiff tell us this week when we asked him, how do you prepare for Texas?
He says, well, first of all, you can't have Rice beat Rice and take over. You need to take advantage of opportunities.
He said he called to Houston, Texas, and said, yeah, how about your practice squad? Could you send them over? That's what he looks at Texas talent-wise as. But Rice hurt themselves last week. They felt that they had a real opportunity to get back against Vandy and didn't take advantage of it. They realize here they have very little margin for error, and then you have to take advantage of getting the ball back in situations like this if they're going to have a shot. 1st and 10 at the 20. What a fake. Clement out to near the 40-yard line. Chase Clement fooled everybody. Blake Gideon makes the tackle.
What, do you think he's got some wheels? You bet. This quarterback can run the football, and he just gets around the defense here. Just takes around this way. Good job by Clement of going up between the defense here. He kind of outruns the first level of the defense, and Chase Clement showing you that he's got the speed to get into the deep part of this secondary.
19 yards in the pickup gives him a little breathing room. 1st and 10 at the 39 now. Clement got time, and it is complete at the 35. This is Dillard. He is inside the 30-yard line. Jarrett Dillard, his 228th reception of his career. Shockey Brown making the tackle.
Well, just throw and catch for these guys. Jarrett Dillard and Clement have done this time and time again for Rice. This hookup is kind of a unique situation for them. They feel like they've got almost a symbiotic type chemistry that's gone back for several years.
37 TD receptions from this combo. That is 3rd best in the NCAA. Flags will bring a halt to this one here as Clement was back to throw again.
Good ball. Ball start. Offense. Number 66.
One of the reasons the Owls have had such good productivity is they have had few penalties so far this year, just averaging 17 yards a game.
Well, that definitely helps David Bailiff's team, and our principal financial edge to the game. Obviously, I think that Rice just can't be Rice. You can't have turnovers, and you've got to win the takeaway game. How do you do that? Whether it's a gift, essentially from Texas, get turnovers. You got to do things in the kick game, get that ball back to your offense.
1st and 15 now for the Owls from the 35 of the Longhorns. Clement dumps it across the middle again, and Dillard with a reception gets it to the 27-yard line where Ryan Palmer, senior out of Arlington, Texas, from Bowie High School, makes the stop for Texas.
Well, we talked about these quarterback and this receiver. They know where each other's going to be, and Clement brings it downhill to Dillard, and it's an easy throw and catch. And with more on that, here's Emily Jones.
Guys, you talk about that great connection that these two have. David Bailiff calls it like Star Trek and the Vulcans. They can almost read each other's minds, just like they did on that play right there.
And Dillard catches this one at the 15 and goes out of bounds, and he loses the football. McElroy there to make the play. Dillard coming in here 15th in the nation in receptions per game at better than 7 a contest, 22 on the year.
Well, Bill, this is Vulcan-like. It's like Emily says, they know where they're going to be. This is the 4th reception here for Dillard in his ball game. Chase Clement's going to go to him time and time again against his defense. I talked to Will Muschamp about, will they try to take this receiver out of the game and play matchup on him, take him out in man coverage? He said, no, we're going to play our defense, and he lines up in too many different places to do that.
Handoff this time on a 1st and 10. A good play with the carry. And Clement so far 6 of 8 for 70 yards. As you look at Will Muschamp signaling to his defense.
Well, this is a spread offense, Bill. It's much like what the teams in the Big 12 Conference are running this year. A lot of production offensively, and we talked to this coaching staff at Texas about how do you deal with these spread offenses. They're so prolific right now. Mack Brown told us that the offenses in college football are farther ahead than the defenses. We'll talk more about that as the game heads along.
Play clock down to 6 now for Clement. Who could play to his left. Pump fake in trouble. Clement just gets rid of this one. There's the heads-up play by the senior.
Now good coverage in the secondary by the Longhorns. Nobody open for the quarterback to throw it to. But Chase Clement, you see his poise back there, his ability to make something happen with his feet, get out of harm's way. Fifth-year senior quarterback, guy who knows how to do things effectively back there, and then more importantly, don't hurt your offense.
Makes it 3rd down and 9 now. And this place is roaring, and this is where the addition to the stadium has made this place one of the loudest places around now.
And they're into this loud end because there's a lot of bodies down here.
Clement. Gonna keep. Now he throws.
Intercepted almost.
Incomplete and out of bounds. Shockey Brown was the man of the moment for Texas. The sophomore out of Houston from North Shore High School nearly came up with the pick.
Well, I tell you, Clement puts the brakes on here. I thought he was going to be past the line of scrimmage as he threw the football. Doesn't matter here. Shockey Brown makes a nice play trying to get the ball in there to James Casey, the receiver. So Shockey Brown coming up huge here and now forcing Rice to attempt a field goal.
Bangmeyer for the field goal attempt, 31-yarder. He's 2 of 4 this year. From 24 and 36, he's been good. A 31-yarder for Clark Bangmeyer, and it is good. So Rice gets on the board first here against 7th-ranked Texas. The Owls lead it 3-0. College football Saturday. Lead in the early going here. Your advanced auto parts standings and leaders. How about this when you take a look? Career NCAA, Tex Graham Harrell with 97 TD passes. Chase Daniel, Mizzou, Carpenter of ASU, and Chase Clement, who, as Gary mentioned, came to Rice to run the wishbone. And look at him now.
Well, that's really over the course of 3 seasons, and pretty remarkable for what they've been able to do. Change the whole culture and philosophy. Ken Hatfield ran the wishbone down there for so many years, and they were a running football team. Now to change into the spread offense, it's pretty remarkable.
Brandon Yelovich will kick it off here for the Owls. Quan Cosby and Jordan Shipley are the deep men for Texas. Cosby from the 10. Watch out, 35. And out near the 40-yard line, Quan Cosby on the kick return, 30 yards. Let's check in with Mike Gold. Thanks very much, Mike. Yeah, tough start for the Vols after they lost to UCLA. Now at home to Florida. Wow. Here's McCoy. He comes out dealing to Cosby, who had the fine kick return, and his reception takes it into Rice territory. Jammer makes the tackle. Let's take a look at Liberty Mutual giving us the defensive starters for the Owls. Talbert, Patazik, and Solomon up there on the line. And then in the backers, you've got Garmin and Calhoun. Remember, they've lost some key players this year to injury already. Smith, Douglas, Sendeo, their leading tackler. Garley and Jammer are also in the secondary.
Yeah, they go with a 4-2-5 alignment, knowing that they're going to have to put speed on the field to adjust to these receivers from Texas.
Shipley, 30, 25, and down inside the 20, and flags come flying. I think it's a face guard to boot, and Texas will be knocking on the door when they sort this one out.
Well, we're going to have Sendejo going to be the offender here, getting the receiver as he comes across the field. Number 30 for the Rice Owls, so take a look at the penalty here as they call it out.
So they'll sort this out with Texas on the short side, but trying to answer very quickly here.
Personal foul, face mask, number 30. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
That is Sendejo, the junior out of Canyon Lake, Texas, Smithson Valley High School.
And we'll just watch the slot receiver come all the way around across the field here. Colt McCoy, little rollout, gets it out there to him, and excellent job of running with the ball. Jordan Shipley down the near sideline. Saw at the end of the play there, Sendejo coming in and on the tackle, making the just grab on the face mask.
30-yard gain and then a 38-yard play with the penalty being half the distance. And as a result, it is first and goal to go at the 8-yard line. McCoy slips away from one would-be tackler. Headed into the end zone. There's the strike. Oh, my God! How about that? Touchdown, Texas! Bigger, faster, stronger, did we say?
There's no doubt about it. I told you that Colt McCoy is a different player in 2008 than he was last year. A couple injuries last year. He knew he had to work on his strength and stamina. Look at him breaking one tackle here to get around the end zone to the outside and goes through two Rice defenders to plow into the end zone. That's a football play, folks.
He pancakes Adejo. And the 8-yard TD run for McCoy. And the point after by Hunter Lawrence is good. The junior from Boerne, Texas is perfect on the year. 13 of 13 in PATs. Just like that, Texas is back on top.
FSN Southwest.
Colt McCoy with a touchdown. Texas with a lead, 7-3 on our Suzuki quad scoring drive. Didn't take long, did it? As they zipped right back after Rice had scored, and Texas now with a lead, 7-3.
Yeah, a lot of offense in this game so far. Both Rice and UT moving the football very well. 241 yards combined for both teams. 118 for the Owls and 123 total yards for Texas. Both teams able to do things offensively pretty well.
So the Longhorns now will kick it off. Justin Tucker handling the kickoff duties here. Shuffling around a little bit with their punting and their place kicking. This one a little short and is taken on the 8-yard line. The 20 and then out near the 30-yard line. Shepard is brought down. Ja'Cory Shepard on the return. 22 yards on the pickup. And the Rice Owls will take over. Good field position after the kick return. First down markers brought to you by Overstock.com. Your entire order ships for just $2.95 at Overstock.com. Overstock.com at home with the O. Chase Clement has led his team on a couple of impressive drives so far. They came up empty when stopped on a 4th down one time. They got the field goal the last time. Uguquay back with him in the backfield. Clement. Incomplete. Tended near the Texas sideline, trying to hook up with Torrin Dixon, junior out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, who's had 3 receptions coming in.
Yeah, I think Clement thought that he was going to come back to the football. Didn't do that. You see the total yards in the ballgame. Talked about that. And for both these teams, pretty productive. And I like what I see from this quarterback. Haven't seen a lot of him playing college football, but Chase Clement has shown me some things in this football game that he's a competent quarterback, especially running this spread offense.
Well, Tom Herman, his offensive coordinator, couldn't say enough good things about Clement, and he did some time here in Texas with Matt Brown years ago. He's seen and been around some outstanding quarterbacks, and he's not looking to trade Chase Clement. Little option there, and he tosses it out on the flat. It is complete, and a pickup out to the 37-yard line. James Casey, the receiver. Ryan Palmer makes the stop.
Casey, he's a weapon for this team, Bill. He's a very versatile player. He's going to be in the slot out here. He's going to get this football. Chase Clement's going to roll around to his right, and it's a little screen set up to the inside receiver, and you got the 2 other receivers blocking for him. But look for him to get Casey the football a lot of different ways. He might get it under center. They'll pitch it to him, and they'll throw it to him outside as well.
Picked up 7, 3rd and 3. Zips it. Casey, a nice grab there for the first down outside the 40 to the 41-yard line. Bobineau made the tackles. David Bailiff looks on after a 3-9 year in his first campaign down in Houston at Rice. He said, hey, our ball club is vastly improved. We've got to stay healthy. Well, this one, a healthy play as Randolph carries it near the sticks to the 49-yard line.
You know what I see different about this Rice team right now is, you know, in previous years they come to Texas and they play this game, and there's really no chance for Rice to move the football or do things because they're superior. Now you got the spread offense. It kind of equalizes the defense here, and so you see Rice moving the ball. You know, they don't have the bigger linemen, they don't have the faster players, but they've got good enough skill players to where they can operate, and they're having some success here against Will Muschamp's defense.
Kimball made the tackle on Randolph that time, and it's a 2nd and 3 to go for the first down. Clement tosses it out quickly, and the receiver tackled near the first down marker as Gideon makes the tackle on Maginot.
Well, and guys, you talk about Rice and David Bailiff wanting to be competitive. He says now is the time. They can't just come over into Texas and roll over. This is the time for them to be competitive, and they need to be in football games like this, and they put themselves in a pretty good position here midway through the first quarter.
And Emily, they're playing with confidence. That's the thing that I see with Chase Clement out there. He brings that swagger, that confidence you need from a quarterback, and that emanates throughout the football team.
No question. First and 10 to 48 flag is thrown here. I think Mitchell might have moved the offensive tackle.
Yeah, the big left tackle there, I think he kind of pulled up.
Dead ball. Ball start. Offense. Number 56. It's a 5-yard penalty. First
We
down.
talk about linemen when they make mistakes. This is a guy that's got an interesting story. The sophomore out of Canada that came in 07, was signed in July. Next thing you know, they thought they were going to redshirt. He's playing. He ended up becoming Conference USA All-Freshman player. They think the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, he's a good player and guy that kind of holds his own in there. You know, he's not a huge guy. He's 6'5", you know, about 370 pounds, 270 pounds. Not the 320-pound variety that you're seeing perhaps from the Longhorn line.
So he's added about 30 pounds. Texas smells that one as Casey, the receiver, is tackled, and it'll be second and long. Virtually no gain, maybe a loss in the play. Shockey Brown was there.
Good reaction by Brown that time, coming up from his cornerback spot. Got the start in this football game, and Brown, you'll see him here to the left, number 8, going to get the chance to come up and make a quick play here. Got to read the defense. Defeated the first blocker and gets Paul Casey.
Well, guys, the pressure is on the Texas cornerbacks. The last 8 starting cornerbacks for Texas have all played in the NFL. 5 first-rounders. So a little bit of pressure for Shockey Brown and also Ryan Palmer, who's now a senior.
All right, Clement face now, second and 16, and he hands it off. It'll be third and long. Clement 11 of 16 for 91 yards. We were talking, the offenses are running this game, aren't they?
Well, the offenses are doing it. You know, Emily's talking about the defense for Texas. Those cornerbacks that she mentioned, those were great players. And Dwayne Aquina is the secondary coach, the defense coordinator a year ago. He's been here a long time. Take a look at the guys that he's put into the National Football League, and he has produced some tremendous athletes. He feels like he's got those same kind of athletes here. They just got to improve week to week.
He's back running special teams, too, and there's been a big improvement there. Third and 14. Crowd roaring. Clement in trouble. Chased out of the pocket. Decides to keep. And brought down at the 46-yard line of Texas. It'll still be quite a ways to pick up the first down as Ryan Palmer makes the tackle.
Well, we talk about the secondary players. Look out here, and these guys are all going to be covered up. You're going to take them one-on-one. It's all match-up coverage out there, and excellent job in the secondary for the Longhorns. And Clement has to pull the ball down, and good reaction, not allowing him to get that first down. So fourth down here. Looks like Rice is going to continue to try to make this first down.
Wow. Gutsy call here. He's barely across midfield at the 46-yard line. Play clock at 3. They get it off. Now the pooch kick and the quick kick and the roll. Can he catch it? Oh, he's going to be there. It'll be down at the 1-yard line out of bounds. Chase Clement doing it all.
He's got almost like a 9-iron there. Got a little wedge to pull back at the 1-yard line.
45 yards on the punt.
I'm not sure about his form here. A little sidewinder action, but nonetheless, it's going to go down there. I thought it might get to the end zone, but I'm not sure if his teammate helped him out. No, he goes out of bounds on his own. Great job there of pinning the Longhorns back deep.
Second time he's done the punting. He put his other punt 25 yards, but it was inside the 20 as well. So there's the versatility of the quarterback and just in general this Rice team.
And a leader, you know, the real leader. When you got your leader making plays, it's going to bring everybody along with you.
Texas backed up in their own end zone. McCoy hands it off, and it is carried out of there. That McGee got a couple of hard-earned yards, maybe a yard.
Well, trying to run it out of your end zone here. You need your offensive line to get a push, and you see the good penetration there. Cedric Dockery was knocked back. The guard trying to pull the backside guard. Defensive line penetration for Rice here, doing a good job, almost getting the safety on him. Only gets a yard gain.
Texas, Gary, 9 plays, 124 yards. Rice tonight's had 22 plays, 147 yards. And we still got 1:36 to go in the quarter. The handoff. McGee Wrapped up hard near the 4-yard line. Garley, you see there. Willie is a sophomore from Victoria, Texas, out of Memorial High School. And Terrence Garman, the linebacker, junior out of Tyler, John Tyler, with a tackle.
Well, you got to come out of your end zone. It's so hard to operate down there. You don't have a lot of choices here. Trying to run the ball, try to be effective, get a little breathing room for Colt McCoy to run this spread offense.
Matt Brown looks on as his ball club with the lead, but in trouble on a 3rd and 7 from their own 4. Rice showing blitz, coming after. They protect, and it's complete for a first down out to the 15-yard line. Kirkendall, James Kirkendall, the receiver, and Chris Douglas, the junior out of Fort Worth, Texas, makes the tackle.
Well, Kirkendall is one of these 3rd or 4th receivers that they have here. Just a sophomore in this program, but Kirkendall does a nice job of coming into the vision of Colt McCoy. He's on the outside. He does a little stopping right there around the 14, 15-yard line. 2 yards past the first down mark. That's a good route run.
Colt McCoy, 4 or 5 for 94 yards now. Hands this one off, and not much doing there.
Now, our principal financial edge, keys to the game here for Texas, very simple. They just got to be effective. You know, they've got to get pressure defensively against Clement when he's out there. And on the offense, I think they need to run the ball, Bill. They need to get Ogbonnaya, and Colt McCoy to run the football. Use their tailbacks. Don't know that they'll need to run Colt all night because they've got tailbacks that they want to establish a running game. Vondrell McGee, and I'm not sure if we'll see Fozzie Whitaker or not here. He's kind of banged up a little bit, but I think the running game needs to kick into gear here for the Longhorns.
That's the end of a very entertaining first quarter. Texas has run it 7 times for 42 yards as the Longhorns lead it. It is 7-3 Texas over Rice. Stay with us in Austin. Tomorrow, Fox NFL Sunday returns.
It's got a unique look.
It's the Rice Owl building.
Looks like an owl.
Yeah.
Here in Austin.
Well, the Owls have shown up. They're down 7-3. Texas with the football to start the second quarter. And it is a 2nd and 10 from the 14 for Colt McCoy. Quick hitter to Kirkendall. And stays inbounds near the 18-yard line. Chris Jammer, the freshman from Sweeney, Texas, makes the stop.
You see the personnel change up here for the Longhorns, just bringing people off the sideline and no huddle. That's new for this team this year, bringing it up there to the line of scrimmage, and they've been very, very efficient. They like that offensive system, being able to go up there and call the play at the line of scrimmage. The new 40-second clock. Thought it would be a big deal, but really in college football, it's not huge this year.
McCoy delivers again. Cosby has the first down across the 25 and the 26-yard line. Cosby, a senior out of Mart, Texas, 60 grabs and an honorable mention all Big 12 season last year. He's tackled by Robert Calhoun.
And I think that Colt knows where he wants to throw with it right now. He's just waiting for him to come into the open area. He sees it. Nice, easy throw. Good lane to throw the football.
First and 10 at the 26. McCoy stumbled a bit, gives it to McGee. A flag is thrown. Vondrell McGee goes to the 30-yard line.
Looks like they're going to call offsides here against the defense. So Texas is going to get a free 5 yards.
Offside. Defense. Number 53. Be a 5-yard penalty. First down.
We talked about David Bailiff. Rice, don't beat Rice. So those 5-yard penalties, those kind of things creep up on you over the course of a football game. And take a look at the first quarter's numbers here. And a lot of offense here, really is. And you see the 1 turnover.
Rice was going in to score, it appeared, as Cosby, if he didn't catch it, was on a long pass play and had the ball knocked away by Zendejo. And he was in bounds. The ball hit the pylon. Then Rice got it back on the touchback.
That's a fumble. It's called a team fumble recovery that time.
Now the first down for Texas is Cosby, the receiver. Chris Jammer makes the tackle. And if you're wondering, yeah, he is a cousin of Quentin Jammer, the one-time Texas stud, was an outstanding defender.
He's just going to stop out there to the outside. And good quick throw. Just makes something happen afterwards. The Rice defense has to really acknowledge this offensive speed here by these guys on the outside. They've got to give a little bit of cushion because they don't want to get run by and give up a big play.
Cosby, 4 catches now, 73 yards. First and 10 at the 42. And again on the ground this time. McGee winds his way out to the 47 where Sendejo makes the tackle.
Vondrell McGee, just a sophomore here, thinking that he's going to possibly be in the hunt to be one of the top tailbacks here. They really like Fozzie Whitaker, Chris Ogbonnaya, a guy who can also handle that spot back there at the tailback. But I think Mack Brown really wants one of these tailbacks to emerge here. Greg Davis talked about the run game and getting that on track. Like to get that thing effective here this evening.
We've got a number of talented folks. 2nd and 5 of the 47. Not much doing this time for McGee. Let's check in with Mike Goldberg. Thanks, Mike Bidwin, for the Utes. And the Mountain West off to a good start. And they've been putting some hurting on the Pac-10.
Yeah, they have.
Last week, 4-0. And conference play, Utah win today. Texas starting to get in some rhythm here, Gary. Another first down as the change will move. And Blaine Irby, who had 8 catches in the first 2 games, is tackled by Sendejo.
Yeah, he's a nice weapon for him. Blaine Irby is a good target, a good-sized receiver. And we talked to Cole yesterday about him and what he thinks about him. He thinks he's like a David Thomas type of a tight end who was here at Texas. And kind of in that same mold. Mack Brown's really happy about his development here. He's not the biggest tight end, but he's got great upfield speed. He's a good target as well.
McCoy going to keep. Finds a hole. Breaks a tackle. McCoy spins and rolls across down near the 30-yard line. Colt McCoy has the only touchdown in the game on an 8-yard scamper. And Sendejo tumbles in here. He picks up 15.
What do you think the youngster from Jim Ned High School can run the football? Goes one way, comes back the other. He finds out he's going to have to break a tackle or two, and it does. He gets to the second level of the defense. Colt McCoy is just playing very, very at a high level right now.
6'3", 210. The junior off to a great start. And we've got a injured player. It's Bensel Smith they're tending to. Yeah, the 5'11" senior from Houston Lamar High School.
Folks, if you're going to defeat the defense, not allowing defensive substitutions, that's what that does. And both offenses are really doing what they want to against the defense. So it's been a pretty fun game to do here.
Texas, this drive started at the final minutes of the first quarter. 11 plays, 69 yards. They've had possession 6+ minutes with it ticking down to the 11-minute mark here. And it's 1st and 10 at the 30. McCoy got all day. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Longhorn Shipley. Jordan Shipley with the 6-point.
Well, Jordan Shipley does a pretty good job here running up the seam, but I tell you, this offensive line does a great job for Colt McCoy in protection here. They bring a blitz on the far side. You'll see one come in here, and he gets picked up by Blaine Irby, the tight end. Look at the pocket that Colt has to throw in, and then Shipley right down the middle of the field behind the defense. That's a nice play here for Texas.
Remember where this drive started? On the 1. 99 yards, 12 plays. And coming on is Hunter Lawrence for the PAT, and he knocks it through. Texas 14, the Rice Owls 3 on Big 12 College Football Saturday. Shipley with a touchdown. Texas 14-3, Colt McCoy with the touchdown pass. Vance Auto Parts gives us the leaders, and there's some pretty nice company he's about to pass. He is now past Chris Sims with his 59th touchdown pass, and Major Applewhite, who was back here on the coaching staff now, is just 1 ahead, and Colt, just a junior, may have him by halftime.
I don't think Major Applewhite's really going to worry about that. He's going to hope that young man has a lot of those numbers before he finishes here at the University of Texas.
Well, and Major's been a big help, particularly this week, because in his quick coaching career that is jetting to the top, he spent a year at Rice in 06, so he certainly knows their personnel very well before he went on to Alabama for a year and left there to come here as assistant head coach and running backs coach. This one brought out by Jammer, and he is hit by a truck at the 15-yard line. Wow. Our Suzuki Quad scoring drive can't do much better. 99 yards, 12 plays, And Shipley caps it off with a 33 or a 30-yard TD reception, his third of the season.
Bill, you and I were talking in the break that was just a precision-type drive by the Longhorns. Everything that they did worked to perfection, and it was all orchestrated by that quarterback, Colt McCoy.
Jared Norton led the way. Got to give him credit on that tackle that was made on the special teams. Yeah, both these teams got great leaders at the quarterback position. Clement in a hole here. He's trying to keep it himself and not much doing.
They're trying to pull the backside guard and tackle to kind of do the old counter tray that the Washington Redskins in the NFL used to run, but this defense is too fast. You can't do that against this defensive front because they'll get penetration on that and just blow it up like they did there against Chase Clement.
So as a result, Clement now 2nd and 9 and trailing 14-3. They nearly batted that one away. Completes it out of the backfield, and Knox is stopped and out of bounds near the 25. Roderick McElroy makes the tackle.
Nice little tossing catch here, and you get Knox to the outside. You see his speed, gets almost the first down, about a foot short it looks like here. Tosses it out there, and you see McElroy, who's been all over the field for the Longhorns the first couple of weeks, knocking him out.
Marcus Knox out of Houston, Bel Air Episcopal High School. His 2nd reception of the season.
Did we have a penalty on that play?
Yeah, I think we did. Missed it. It's going to come back.
This against Rice, not a good situation there for them. Bringing it inside the 10-yard line with that penalty. So it brings up 2nd and long now, 16, 17 yards.
So now, Rice backed up inside the Owls' 10. Out of the end zone, it is complete to Casey. Breaks a tackle or two, but he got some hard-earned yards out near the 16-yard line as Orakpo made the tackle. And Emily Jones has found a little blue inside this.
Since you've been season ticket holders, Chase.
There you go. That was a great play.
That's good play-by-play.
Orakpo is being helped off here. Clement, by the way, is 14 of 19, 113 yards, Gary. And that was a sensational little pitch and catch to Uguakwe to move the chains for him.
Yeah, a couple of throws to the running backs out of the backfield for Rice, and Clement moving along. And seeing his folks in the stands here, longtime Longhorn fans and former student, coming back to support the Longhorns, but having to wear the Rice Owls colors to support their son. I think that's the right thing to do.
I would hope so. 13 yards on that pickup. We'll find out the condition of Orakpo as soon as we can. Hopefully he is okay. But Rice, 1st and 10 from the 29 of the Owls. 8:39 to go first half here in Austin. Clement in trouble and just unloads before he was hammered back there by Acho, and a flag thrown.
Now this may be intentional grounding here on Chase Clement. Inside the pocket, back there without a receiver to throw to, so they bring 5. You'll see 5 orange shirts coming at the quarterback here, and you see the protection break down, and Acho right to the quarterback. Sam Acho doing a good job there, just continuing along.
Intentional grounding. Quarterback. Lost it down. Fought the pass. 2nd down.
Wow, that's an outs play. That's a Rice beat Rice play there, and David Bailiff doesn't want to see many of them.
And we talked about that first quarter offense. Texas defense is cranked up right now.
They really do.
2nd and 23 from the 16 for the Owls.
Well, you see the numbers of orange shirts in there. You're seeing 6 guys, 7 guys around the line of scrimmage, and Chase Clement's trying to get the offense in the right play, adjusting his back and looking for the right play against his defense.
Uguakwe gets the handoff. Leans forward across the 21-yard line. And McElroy makes the tackle. Well, Rice is suited for this kind of offense and split-second decision-making. You all know about the academics, and David Bailiff was saying, hey, there's only 2 other schools that he thinks are in their league when it comes to recruiting and what you've got to get academically, as you see Uguakwe here. Northwestern and Stanford. Yeah, pretty good company.
Yeah, you got to have pretty much a high IQ to get in there and get things going right. And he thinks his quarterback has one of the most highest IQs. I know that Tom Herman, his offensive coordinator, really has a lot of respect for Chase Clement and his football IQ.
3rd and 18 for Clement in the Owls here. On the scamper, and throws it away. He was trying to hook up with Dillard, but he was well covered and just had to unload it at that point.
Yeah, I think Jared Dillard kind of shut that route down a little bit. It didn't go down the field, and his quarterback felt like he needed to, just had a chance to get it out there to him, but one that got away. But nonetheless, it's a punting situation here for Rice, and punting's not all that bad. You don't want to get turnovers and have a chance, give your punter a chance to perhaps flip the field for you.
Henry Melton was putting the pressure on Clement that time. And now Martins is on for the punt. You see Kyle averaging 37.5 per boot. He's a freshman out of Spearfish, South Dakota.
They've blocked 3 punts already this season. They're coming after him.
Almost a 4th. Fair catch is called Cosby. And Texas will get great field position following a brief timeout. We come back. Longhorn ball at the 40.
Bridge there, and that's where all the bats come out. We'll talk about that some more later.
So down there late last night trying to check it out. Lorenzo Dazzle, McCoy, Shipley, put it on the board. Touchdown, Texas. Oh, my. 60 yards on the score.
Shipley here just going to kind of slow down. Look at everybody run up. The Rice defense bit up on the play action or the run fake there, and you don't get much easier than that.
Everybody is frantically trying to put together our scoring drive.
Well, it's one play, folks. I'll give you that.
Wow. Shipley gets his second TD reception. McCoy, of course, is thrown for both, and he scored the other. And the Longhorns trying to make it 21-3 on the PAT. And Hunter Lawrence does so. So one play, 60 yards. It took 10 seconds, and Texas has taken a strong control of this one. All right, thank you, fellas. Look forward to that as Texas, on a 60-yard pass play as the sun sets here in Austin, has taken a 21-3 lead. Colt McCoy having another great night and making it look so easy. He not only is their leading passer, obviously, he's their leading rusher with 47 yards and has scored a touchdown. And Torrin Dixon will be deep to return here along with Chris Jammer as Texas will kick it off. Ball got knocked off the tee. They'll reset here.
Maybe look at the numbers here for Colt. 10 of 11. Just a workmanlike night for him. Started a couple weeks ago with Florida Atlantic game, 13 for 13.
And on the year, coming in at 68% completion rate. Just been phenomenal start. Jammer, and Dixon says, no, better take a knee. They'll get it on the 20-yard line. Colt McCoy has now evened up with Major Applewhite with the 60 touchdown passes in his career on an all-time quarterback list here at University of Texas.
Well, just do the math, Bill. You know, I think now with the rest of this season and even next year for him to play, he could be 100.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
there's Major Applewhite on the sideline, now coaching the running backs here for the Longhorns.
1st and 10 from the 20. Rice needs something positive to happen here to keep that defense off the field for a moment, and nothing else. As Dillard, knocked out by Brown, picks up about 7 or 8. Remind you, save time and fuel by shopping comfortably at home with Overstock.com, at home with the O.
Bill, we talked about it a little bit earlier here. The pace of this game was really, really quick to start the game, and I think it benefited Rice, but I think it's kind of slowed down for Texas defensively. Seems like they're able to put more pressure on Chase Clement here throwing the football, and his defense has kind of reacted pretty well for the Longhorns.
Kept him bottled up for the most part. Fakes to Casey here, comes back to Dillard. A sensational grab by Dillard. My.
Well, Dillard's a unique story, Bill. With him coming to Rice, really wasn't largely recruited out of college and had a chance to go to one other school, and he decided, no, he got a call from Rice, Coach Hatfield, to come and be a receiver for him at Rice. He accepted it and said it wasn't a hard decision, but he didn't have a lot of offers coming out, but he's turned out to be one heck of a receiver.
35 grabs as a freshman, 91 as a sophomore, 74 last year, and he gives them a 1st and 10 here at the 46-yard line with that catch, his 5th of the night. Good play, and he gets to midfield, picks up about 5. Brian Palmer makes the tackle, send it down to Emily.
The Napa Hurricane Ice.
And he's pretty good natured about it, laughing about it. No funny thing here. Complete to Dillard on cue. The 20 breaking the tackle. The 10. Dillard stretching and knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Down about the 1.
And Dillard's showing a little bit of a burst of speed here after he catches the football and breaks a tackle in the Longhorn secondary. And this is a nice strike by Chase Clement, throwing it to him over the middle of the field. I think the Dillard wants to get out of the game there, but take a look at Chase Clement. Steps up in the pocket and strikes that ball in there. And watch the speed here. He breaks one tackle in the secondary. Dion Beasley not able to get him down. Earl Thomas comes over from his safety spot and finally knocks him out of bounds.
48 yards on the pass play. 1st and goal to go from the 2 officially. Knox in the backfield with Clement. Clement going to keep nothing. Lost a couple on the play. Texas right there. Melton makes the tackle.
Good penetration that time by the Longhorn defense to get back in the backfield. And you got Casey who's in the game, and he'll be at the quarterback spot. He'll be in the direct snap position and get that football. That's not uncommon for Rice to do that. Personnel changes here, getting people off and on the field.
Now Texas scampering to get it done. Clement looks it over here, and 2nd and goal from the 4 now. Clement deflected again. And that is part of the problem, being 6'1", 210, and that's probably stretching it a bit to give him 6'1". Orakpo knocked that one down.
Trying to throw it through the left side of this defense. This might be Rashad Bobineau, 44, coming through here. Take a look inside. And
is that the helmet?
Yeah, bingo, right there. Got you one.
Texas saying, hey, these guys aren't the only ones that use their head. We're smart, too. We know how to use it. 3rd and goal from the 4. Crowd roaring here. Clement quickly sprints out. Got him there. Casey found the handle. Oh.
Now the ball floated a little bit out of Chase Clement's hand. Didn't put a real strike on James Casey. That's the ball you put on his chest. Kind of floated out in front of him, and James Casey just couldn't reach out there to grab the football. You'll see it coming right at you here, folks. That ball floating just a little bit. Actually behind him, just a touch. He sticks it between the numbers. That's an easy catch for James Casey.
They're going to go for it quickly here on a 4th and goal. Now Clement looks again for the signs.
I think you roll out here with the quarterback. Don't leave him in the pocket. He looks like he's very effective out there and he's got more options to go to.
4th down. Clement lobs this one, and a flag is thrown. It was intended for Casey. There'll be interference here.
Yeah, Earl Thomas in the secondary back there with Casey, and a lot of contact there before the ball arrives. Got to look back in the backfield and see where the quarterback is throwing the football. And here's Chase Clement throwing it up there, and you take a look. Both of them are looking back, but it's kind of a hand fight back there. But Earl Thomas is going to get flagged and give the Owls a fresh set of downs here.
And instead of at the 4, they'll move it halfway to the 2. And as Gary mentioned, start all over now. 1st and goal from the 2. This is where they were initially. Clement pushes forward for maybe a half a yard.
That's good surge by the Texas defense up front. Got to get those defensive tackles, get some penetration, get underneath. Will Muschamp wants his troops to push through there and put some pressure in there. You see number 99, Big Roy Miller, they're anchoring the inside of the Longhorn defense.
Miller out of Killeen. Second and goal again now. A good play. Sets up next to Chase Clement. Clement. Dillard. Flag again. Incomplete.
Now Beasley this time out there with Dillard. And the Longhorns reacting like it's going to be against them.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 7. Pass the distance. Goal. First down.
Well, that's a tough way to get 1 yard, but you get a fresh set of downs here, and so pick up the blitz here by the Longhorn defense, and well, I'm not sure I see a whole lot of contact there by Deion Beasley before the ball's there.
That's easy to understand Texas disagreement on that one. So, first and goal from now the 1.
Yeah, but you got to see the Longhorns are being pretty resilient here up front defensively. They're not allowing anything to get through there inside.
Well, pretty amazing. Rice is having to resort to the pass again. And incomplete. Somebody got a hand on that, I believe.
Well, I think you've got to roll this quarterback out of the pocket here, Bill. You can't leave him back there. The Longhorns are doing such a good job of getting penetration, and they've been coached well by Will Muschamp and the rest of the defensive coaches. When you come through there and you make a play, go ahead and get your hands up. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, you got to time the throw. Look at the quarterback when he's throwing that football and get your hands up, and good job of knocking it down.
Second and goal. I've said that before.
And Casey now under the center position. He's going to get a direct snap.
And Clement is out wide left.
Now, he's their backup quarterback. He can throw the football as well.
A little stronger as he dives, but they whistle it before he goes into the end zone. James Casey has run 14 times and scored 3
Dead
touchdowns.
Ball start. Offense.
Rice beat Rice this time.
We talked about that. Watch the left guard here, left side of the screen. You see the little rock back there? Well, that's what it is. And big Jimmy Miller getting that quick start there on the left side, and he's flagged there for the penalty here. So it's, they're moving it forward on the penalty. Now they move it back. Second down around the 6-yard line.
Clock at 3:37 to go in this first half. Rice seemingly has been down here forever. Second down.
He's signaling the Dillard on the bottom of the screen here. Don't know if those two got together, but a screen back to Casey.
Casey leans forward. He's back down near the 2. So he picks up about 4 on that one. And Kendall makes the tackle.
Well, Tom Herman, the offensive coordinator for Rice, is saying, what do I got to do to get this ball to the end zone? Pulling everything out here. Fake to the right, come back to Paul Casey to the left side and try to get him in the end zone. Try the direct snap to Casey. Couldn't get it in there. Got the false start and throw it to him. As we told you earlier in the ball game, Paul Casey very versatile for this Rice offense.
So now third down. They mark it at the 3. Clement, nobody in the backfield with him here. In the pocket, deflected again. And I agree with you, Gary. You're going to have to move him out of the pocket in that situation. And he's such a good runner, he might be able to sprint in and score as well. That time knocking away Lamar Houston.
Well, Lamar Houston comes off the edge there and misses the block. It's going to be another screen pass trying to get the ball inside out there. I'm not sure I'm agreeing with these calls here, Bill, as well. I think he's got an opportunity to roll out of the pocket and do something better than what they're doing. And now it's a balanced formation. They've got 2 receivers to each side of the set here and right in the middle of the field.
And it's 4th down and goal. And this place is jumping. Clement, flag is thrown again. He throws it, and it is incomplete out of the end zone. Let's see the flag. Just as the play was getting underway.
How many plays have we had inside the 5-yard line down here? It seems like there's almost 10 plays going on.
Illegal formation. Offense. The flunkies decline. First and 10.
Well, what a great job here by the Longhorn defense. Will Muschamp's got to be very pleased with the grit that his defense showed here. Adversity, a couple of first downs right at the 1-yard line or 2-yard line for Rice, and they're turned away.
Well, the Texas coaches, letting this group of officials have it. They're not pleased at all with some of those calls, but you got to tip your hat to that Longhorn defense. That penalties or whatever, they held and held and held again.
No doubt about that. 12 plays inside the 5-yard line, counting penalties and all.
Yeah. And that was after the long pass play of 48 yards from Clement to Dillard to get him down. And now here's Texas. Remember, they had the TD drive of 99 yards. This one, they start on their own 3 and 2:42 to go to keep it on the ground.
Going to be kind of deflating, I think, for Rice to go that far and make such good plays down the field and come away empty.
And to get several opportunities because of the penalties, whether you disagree with them or not, you've got to be able to punch it in.
And you see Will Muschamp here on the sideline talking to his defensive players all around him. And, you know, he's a coach that I really, really respect. And he's got a high motor, and he's got a great football IQ. One of the smartest football coaches that I've talked to in a long time.
Came here from Auburn, was also with the Dolphins and LSU under Saban. And a really sharp guy, and has really made a good fit here. McGee tugs it out to the 15-yard line for first down, where Sendejo makes the tackle on Vondrell McGee.
You know, we talked to Mack Brown about defense coordinator Will Muschamp, but also Major Applewhite, 2 of the younger coaches on his staff, and they bring a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of go-get-'em attitude with them, and you know, that kind of changed here a little bit. I think that his attitude really is sparking throughout this whole team.
McGee has carried 8 times for 28 yards as he sets up here on a 1st and 10, and out of bounds is Cosby here. Well, Gary mentioned the new coaches when Mack Brown talked about how they've helped bring this place alive.
2 young coaches brought in new enthusiasm. The rest of us had it for Arizona State. We've got to have it every day. So Will Muschamp and Major Applewhite have brought that youthful exuberance to practice, and Major's brought the passion of Texas back and his love for the University of Texas, and Will's brought the great experiences that he's had winning a national championship and coaching in the NFL. So right now it's all working. We just got to get better.
McCoy keeps it this time and moves the chains as their leading rusher on the season, and tonight does it once again.
You know, talking more about that, it's all chemistry and energy and how your team is going to come together each and every year. Every team is different in college football every year because of recruiting, because of changes, players graduating, moving on, and injury. So chemistry and enthusiasm, which is what Muschamp and Major Applewhite are bringing out of this football team for Texas, is a key element of building a new foundation.
Protection broke down that time on McCoy, and Scott Solomon makes the tackle. Yeah, and not only have the coaches brought that, but the players will tell you about the way this team seems to pull together and their chemistry. Let's send it down to Emily Jones with a break.
Guys, a great.
When you hear an old mama, no, Will Muschamp, he respects that, and he's listening to his mom. She's probably a good football lady. She knows a lot about it.
Well, you can see there, he's not patting on the back after that goal line stand. He's working on the next one. 1:25 to go in the half. 2nd and 14 from the 23. McCoy. The screen. And Obaniah to the 35-yard line. A little short of the first down by a yard or so. And the tackle made by Ozugwu. Chida Ozugwu, sophomore out of Houston.
Little screen here, get him outside. You see the big fellas trying to get some blocks. We don't get the blocks, but Obaniah with his speed punches it up in the second level of the secondary.
Here's Shipley on the reception, and he is tackled there by Garley. Rice did a good job of keeping him in bounds here as the clock ticks away. 53 seconds. Move the chains, and they'll reset here. Coming up at halftime, Mike Goldberg and DeMarco Farr in the studio. A lot of scores and highlights to take a look at. And text time. Never forget that. McCoy over the head of Quan Cosby. Big 12 got a big win earlier this week as Colorado knocked off West Virginia out in the Rocky Mountains. Congratulations to Dan Hawkins, his club.
Yeah, doing pretty well out there.
McCoy with 2 incompletions tonight. He's 13 of 15. Put somebody else in, right?
Yeah, got to get a little higher efficiency there.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 40. And again, Shipley cuts it back, turns it on. Shipley at the 40, and brought down inside the 35-yard line with 33 seconds to go. Chris Jones the tackle.
Well, this is what you do with the football in your hands. You make yards after the catch as a receiver, and you got the defense going against the grain there. And you see the block in there, one blocked by one of his receiving teammates, and Shipley, who's made some big plays, knocked a big long touchdown grab. Nice, easy work for him.
Shipley, 5 catches, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns. Here's McCoy dancing around again. Look at that speed, and he nearly slipped a tackle to the 26. And Garmin makes the stop and a timeout with 25 seconds to go.
Well, Texas not being content here to run the clock out. They want to get more production here from this offense, perhaps put some points on the board before half. And I'm not really surprised. You want to get your offense clicking and get them going. You know, you got conference play coming up soon. You got a huge game next week against an old rival in Arkansas that was moved from last week to the 27th. Kind of altered the schedule for Texas.
Well, Gary, the offense on the line here, the defense has taken over in the second quarter.
Yeah, the defense has done a pretty good job here for Will Muschamp and Mack Brown here tonight. You know, put a lot of pressure on Chase Clement. They've been able to get in there time and time again. But early in the ball game, Rice had success, but I think the pace of the game here has really picked up well for the Texas defense, and they've done a good job. You look at the last goal line stand or red area stand, whatever you want to call it. There's a bunch of plays down there. They turned away this Rice football team.
Now back to the offense of Texas. We're at 2nd and 6 of the 26. Clock a factor, obviously. 25 seconds to go. 1 timeout remaining. McCoy escapes 1 tackler. And it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Quan Cosby. Chris Jones covering. Clock stops now with 19 seconds on the incompletion. Scott Solomon was putting the pressure there on McCoy. You see, I'd like to have that one back.
Well, Cosby had a chance to get the ball on the outside, and I thought it was a pretty good throw by Cole on the move. Still plenty of time to work here, 19 seconds.
Third and 6 at the 26. You're talking a 43-yard field goal. I think Texas would like 6. Here's McCoy sprinting out to the near side. And it is complete down to the 23, and they'll call a timeout as Douglas makes the tackle on Irby.
Maybe just inching a little bit closer. I think Mack's probably going to put the field goal unit out there. And that's what's coming out here for him. Pretty close to a 45-yard field goal attempt. I'll make that a 40-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, Hunter Lawrence saw Tucker there loose on the sideline. Hunter Lawrence will come out, though, the junior from Bernie, Texas. And 1 of 1 in field goals this year, a 40-yarder. Go back to Emily quick.
This offense and a good option. He's a check-down guy, a lot of routes for Colt McCoy, so he knows he's there. He's going to be a big target, and had a nice grab there to set up this field goal attempt.
Sideline report brought to you by Holiday Inn Express. It is 4th down, 3rd and 23, and a 40-yard field goal, and this one is good. Hunter Lawrence, 2 of 2 now on the season, and Texas puts another 3 spot on the board, and the Longhorns, with just seconds to go, cap off a 12-play, 74-yard drive on a 40-yard field goal that is successful, and it's 24-3.
Well, I think Mack Brown's got to be pretty pleased with his team here. Came out and they kind of weathered the storm against the Rice offense, which really did move the football early in the ball game well against them. But Will Muschamp did some adjustments there, I think, on the sideline. Got his guys playing well, and the game kind of slowed down for them. What I mean by that is they were able to react to what Rice was doing a little more effectively than what Rice was doing to them. They were able to capitalize defensively, and that goal line stand, I'll tell you, that'll energize the team, and the offense just been superb here for Texas tonight.
Well, and impressive. They don't get 7 this time, but that drive started, on the 3-yard line, and they come all the way down, and they do get points. They had a 99-yard drive earlier, so they've had an opportunity to really establish themselves. The defense made the big goal line stand, and pretty well taken care of
the yards per play tonight for the Longhorns. 10.5 or 10.6, and 350 yards of total offense in the first half.
Very impressive, and we have 7 seconds remaining here. And they kick the squibber. try to nullify any deep return. And it is brought back by Shepard, and he is stopped at the 33-yard line, and that'll be the end of the first half. The Longhorns with a commanding lead now, 24-3, after they trailed early 3-0 and led 7-3 after the first quarter. Colt McCoy, as advertised, sensational, as McCoy has paced the Longhorn offense here to 24 points. And Mac Brown standing by with our Emily Jones.
Mac, let's start with the defense. 12 plays from inside the 6-yard line. That had to be a big stand.
Emily, we really made a great emphasis on goal line defense, red zone defense. Our guys are doing a great job. They've only given up 11 points in each of the first 2 games on the average, and that was really important to us. Now, we don't want to get them down there so fast. Too many explosive plays by Rice. Give them credit. They've done a good job with their scheme, and they've got really good offensive players.
Offensively, Colt McCoy really setting the tone, both with his arm and his legs, and that touchdown he scored really set the tone as well.
It did. Colt's doing a great job managing our team. He's a super leader for us. We really should have had 31 points. You've got to protect the football. We haven't forced a turnover against Rice, and we've given one up. So we got to continue the kicking game, start the game over, because they can score some points.
All right, Mac, best of luck in the second half. We do appreciate the time, and I say Colt's touchdown that he scored. He scored a few. I was talking about the one that he ran into the end zone. Mike can